The legend of Bloody Mary. In the small town of Willow Creek, the legend of Bloody Mary had been whispered among the townsfolk, veneration. According to the tale, Mary Worth was a beautiful woman who lived in the nearby village of Ravenswood centuries ago. Betrayed by those she loved, Mary was accused of witchcraft and brutally executed. Her vengeful spirit, known as Bloody Mary, was said to appear in mirrors if her name was called 3 times, seeking revenge on those who summoned her. Lena, Tom, Sarah, and Mike were 4 friends who had always been fascinated by the legend. One night, after a Halloween party, they decided to put the legend to the test. Gathering in Lena's dimly lit bathroom, they nervously chanted Mary's name in front of the mirror. At first, nothing happened, but as they began to laugh off their fears, the mirror's surface suddenly rippled, and the temperature in the room dropped. Faint whisper echoed through the air, sending chills down their spine. Something had been awakened. Days following the summoning were filled with unease. Strange occurrences began to plague the friends. Lena found bloody handprints on her bathroom mirror that wouldn't wash off. Tom experienced terrifying visions of a woman with a twisted, bloodied face. Sarah was haunted by nightmares of being chased through a dark forest. Mike started hearing eerie whispers whenever he was alone. Desperate for answers, they turned to the town's old library, where they found a dusty, forgotten journal. It detailed the tragic story of Mary Worth and offered a way to banish her spirit, a ritual of atonement involving items connected to her past. Determined to end the terror, friends gathered the items for the ritual: locket, pocket watch, bracelet, and a cap, all believed to have belonged to Mary's loved one. They returned to the mirror where they had first summoned her, hoping to put her spirit to rest. As they chanted the ritual words, Bloody Mary appeared in the mirror, face filled with anger, showed. The room grew colder as her vengeful spirit resisted their effort. But as they placed the items in front of the mirror, something changed. Mirror's surface began to glow, and Mary's figure started to fade. For a moment, it seemed like the ritual had worked. The mirror returned to normal, and the oppressive presence in the room lifted. Friends breathed a sigh of relief, believing they had finally freed themselves from the curse. In the following days, the group tried to return to their normal lives. The sense of dread lingered. Lena began hearing whispers at night. Tom saw shadowy figures in his reflection. Sarah's nightmares continued, and Mike grew increasingly paranoid, convinced that Mary was still watching them. Realizing the ritual had been incomplete, they sought the help of Dr. Henry Caldwell, local historian with knowledge of the occult. He explained that Mary was a revenant, a vengeful spirit bound by deep pain and betrayal. To truly free her, they would need to confront the darkness of her past in Ravenswood. The journey to the abandoned village of Ravenswood was treacherous. Hidden deep within a dense forest, the village was overgrown and decayed, a place of forgotten horrors. The group felt an oppressive weight as they searched for the source of Mary's anguish. In the ruins of an old chapel, they found Mary's grave, inscription barely visible: Mary Worth, beloved daughter, betrayed but not forgotten. This was the key to ending the curse. At Mary's grave, the friends prepared for the final ritual. As Lena recited the words of atonement, the ground trembled, and Mary's ghostly form rose from the earth. Her face was a mask of pain and rage, but as Lena continued the ritual, acknowledging Mary's suffering, the spirit began to waver. With a final plea for peace, the group watched as Mary's vengeful form softened. Her twisted features dissolved into the air, leaving behind a faint glow. The earth settled, and the oppressive atmosphere lifted. Bloody Mary's curse was broken. Returning to Willow Creek, the friends were forever changed by their ordeal. The terror they had faced left them scarred, but also wiser. Lena, Sarah, and Mike no longer feared the legend of Bloody Mary, but they understood the deep pain that had driven her. Years later, the story of Bloody Mary was just a legend once more. The group knew the truth. They had faced her wrath and lived to tell the tale. And though the curse was over, the memory of that night and the lessons they had learned would stay with them forever.